Gentlemen, we got to talk about the state of FPS games. I can't lie. This video is just going to be short, but it's going to be all about FPS games. So I'm a heavy FPS player. I've been super addicted to Warzone lately, but I obviously play a bunch of different games. As I've explained that I play OSRS and I've played WoW recently. But FPS games have always been there. Every year I play Call of Duty. Every time a Battlefield comes out, I play Battlefield. I like the tactical shooters and the extraction shooters, say Valorant, CS, and also I didn't actually mind Delta Force and obviously Tarkov and ABI, Arena Breakout Infinite, if you don't know what it is. There's all these different types and genres inside of FPS, but if we're talking about FPS as a whole, it hasn't been at the top of the top recently. So with Black Ops 6, it did okay, but if you really look at it at a macro level, none of the FPS games have been doing well other than CSGO, which kind of made a resurgence this year. Now, not saying that it ever went anywhere, but it was slowing down a tiny bit, at least from an American standpoint. Now, Call of Duty has been trending downwards for years. I mean, I think the multiplayer side of things just kind of keeps their couple of months in the beginning and then their low fan base over time. But Warzone's been trending down for years. And let's add, Valorant is in probably the worst spot it's ever been. Battlefield is in the worst spot it's ever been, bar Battlefield 6, if you take that out of the equation. Obviously, that did super well. Tarkov is in the worst spot it's ever been due to obviously the hardcore stuff going on right now. Arc Raiders is coming out, which is great, but there are no genres in this category of FPS shooters that are doing extremely well. Honestly, from like maybe a financial standpoint, they're doing okay, but from a viewer base, whether that be streaming or YouTube, and then on top of that, obviously just player base. Now, again, CSGO is definitely an anomaly. They've obviously been doing great. But other than that, you really don't see a lot of shooters doing that well. Obviously, that's a product of all the different games that are out right now and have been out the last few years. I really think not only is it like the MMO genre where it has been slowing down, besides like maybe Fortnite, everything has been kind of slowing down for this category. But again, I do believe it is probably in the worst state it's been in a while. Maybe not at financially, but definitely at a viewer standpoint or a consumer standpoint. Now, but I have one theory on that. And it's because these games are not made with soul anymore. They're made with the sole purpose to make money. It's unfortunate, but it's just kind of how it goes. But all this doomer take and this negative take is for something. I'm going to get to that. We got a big fall ahead of us, boys. Big fall ahead of us. So if you're kind of under a rock, then you haven't seen all the new games coming out and all the potential. And let me speak about a few of them that are coming out in the next few months. That is just, FPS is going to be back. I'm telling you, 5 of the 10 first categories in Twitch guaranteed going to be shooters. I'm telling you, it's going to explode. So I think Black Ops 7 was a great announcement. The comments don't say that, but I think it was a great announcement. I think it was great. I think it looks really good from someone that's played all the CODs back to COD 4. I think that it looks really good. It has a lot of potential. I'm hoping they don't drop ranked right off the rip because that's what ruined the game last time ranked-wise. It looks like they're going to implement some new things in Warzone. I think Call of Duty's looking up, but that's classic. Everybody that's a COD fan just is hoping for the next COD game to do well. But I truly do think there might be a shift. But at the same time, with everything coming out now this fall, maybe people don't give the shift a chance because Call of Duty's not the only thing dropping this fall. Also have Battlefield 6, who was very, very impressive. And on top of being impressive in general, very widely accepted as a decent beta. And let's add to that the Battle Royale. I think the Battle Royale is going to do absolutely incredible. So not only do we have Call of Duty and Battlefield, 2 new games dropping this fall, one in October, one in November. You'd think that is, the 2 titans going against each other and both going to be in the fall. Then you add a few more titans in there. Arc Raiders, I wouldn't consider a titan because it's a new game, but Arc Raiders looks really good and it has an extreme amount of potential. So I'm excited to see what people think about that. And I'm also obviously excited to play it myself as I do like the extraction shooters and shooters in general. That's coming out at the end of October, I think. And then just to add insult to injury, or I mean, it's probably a good thing, which that statement isn't, but we obviously have Tarkov 1.0 dropping in November now. I mean, it is going to be a busy fall. So not only do you have Battlefield dropping at the beginning of October, but then at the end of October, you have Arc Raiders, which is going to be very, very, very highly sought out by everybody. In the middle of November, you have Call of Duty. And then also, literally, I think a day before Call of Duty drops, I think we have, or maybe it's anyway, it's in November, Tarkov 1.0 drops. It's going to be a interesting fall for the shooter fans. Let me know what you think. I'm excited. The one I'm most excited for is probably Arc Raiders because I know what I'm getting with Call of Duty. We already know what we're getting from Battlefield. Now, to be fair, with the Battlefield BR, I think that's up there with Arc Raiders as well because I'd like to see how that goes. But let me know what you're thinking. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you listening. If you made it this far, hit the sub button. Anyway, I didn't have much Newfie accent there, so let me spit something for you. Some morning smart. Tomorrow morning is anything like tomorrow, and tomorrow morning is going to be some morning. There you go.